Casey, Crystal, and Lee. One of them takes it home. Who is it going to be? Let's chat over here for a second. Head to the couch. I just want to get sort of inside your head a little bit and talk about perspective on the show. How has it changed since you auditioned, Casey?
Well, you know, everything changes because at first, I mean, I had no expectations of even getting past the stadium. So then you make it past that level, and then you want to go to the next level, and so on and so forth, you know?
Is it surreal?
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. It really sunk in when you go back home, you know? And then you realize, I mean, this is so much more than anything you ever expected.
How about for you, Crystal?
My perspective's changed because, you know, from an outside view, it's just, you don't see how much work goes into this. And I mean, we sing, you know, once a week or whatever, but that whole week is just full of press and rehearsals and, I mean, everything. It's been a crazy ride.
I think it's an interesting point. I mean, people don't realize that you're working all the time when you're competing on this show, right, Lee?
It's a lot of work, you know, and I've run into people outside of here and they're like, oh, how was the show yesterday, you know? And you're like, oh, so you got a week off till next Tuesday. I'm like, no, not really. But it's totally different than I would ever thought it would have been. And it's made me a better person. I mean, it's made me realize a lot of things about myself that I probably wouldn't have known if I wouldn't have gone through something like this. But staying true to yourself and just kind of doing what you want to do mixed with trying to do the right thing on the show it's a hard thing to tackle.
I think it just, you know, being pushed to give more of yourself and to strive harder and just work harder than you ever have in your life just makes you a stronger and better person.
As we get closer to the finale, did you picture winning? Did you ever picture being there in that moment, winning this show? You're smiling and nodding no.
No. I mean, I'd never thought that I would get this far. So but to me, at this point, it's like, winning the lot, winning 10 million in the lottery or winning 100 million in the lottery. It's so much more than I ever expected. So, you know, it can't be bad, you know.
What about for you, Crystal?
Yeah, definitely. I've thought about it and you know, hoped it would come, and I'm cool with whatever happens, but I would love to win.
Lee, do you want to win?
Yeah.
Do you want it?
I want to win, but like truthfully, you know, when you're going through all these steps, winning it seems so far. Like, you know, when you get to the top 24, when you get to every cut that goes through, it seems so far away. And then when you get to this point, it's like, I mean, I've never wanted to win more than I do right now, and that's, I mean, it's just you feel it, and then when you're so close, you want to win.
It's right now it's like we're at the stage where anything's obtainable. I mean, we're there. We're right in the home stretch of it. So
how is the balance of the competition and your real lives going? How has that been?
Real life?
Yeah.
That's hard.
The life that you had before, and
Especially
balancing
with
this.
friends and family, you know, I think you guys both go through the same thing. It's, you know, a lot of people want to keep in contact with you, you try to talk to you, and you're like, there's so much going on that you would love nothing more than to just go back home and hang out with them or talk to them for, you know, hours. But you're so wrapped up in a lot of this, and right now this has to be the main focus. So it's just, it's hard to not hurt feelings.
You get like, I personally get like at least 150 text messages like a day. And if I took the time, you know, I try to take the time, and I'll just send back like a smiley face or something. I feel horrible but I think people understand that I just don't physically have the time.
You can tell them right now.
Yeah, sorry everybody. I'll get back to you, I promise.
You get tugged in a million different directions, and you know, I'm a mom. I got my son, and he gets any minute of my free time, and you know, and then I've got my diabetes to take care of too. I've got doctors calling me and getting checkups and making sure everything's in order with that, and it's just, you know, there really is no free time.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I've never been healthier in my life, and thank the Lord for this show, because I would never have the care that I have now if it.
Brandy, when you sit here and look at these contestants, what do you see in them in terms of the progression?
You know, listen, I mean, we were talking about it the other night. I mean, Lee, when he first came in, was so shy. I mean, dude, you blossom beyond belief. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy about that. And I think you've kind of found your center and found yourself in the kind of artist that you want to be. And I think the same thing happened a little bit for Crystal because, I mean, you know, she was the kind of artist that we thought would never probably try out for a show like this. It was like, you know, she was more of an indie kind of artist. But I think she's grown immensely too, and as well as Casey, because I think being a guitarist and a singer and being from Texas and having all that legacy with Stevie Ray Vaughan and all those people, I think you guys have all found some direction and maybe listened to all of us a bit, and we helped even sometimes in our confusion a little bit, you know what I mean?
No, everything that you guys have said has been helpful and try to take it as constructively as possible, and, you know, been awesome. Thank you.
Like, we'll go back.
Yeah, we're like, you would Randy said, no.
We try to break it down as best we can, but, you know, at the end of the day, every week that you're here, you just want to do the best you can. So any advice, whether it be positive or negative, is still advice.
And helpful.
Casey, you're grinning from ear to ear. Why?
I was just thinking, not every single comment was usable. Sorry, with all due respect.
When we come back, we go to Cool, Texas with Casey for his homecoming. Be right back.